But yeah, back to podcast life. Here we are again, episode 2. We've got a list of stuff that we've come up with that we want to hit you guys with.
And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send it to us at our Gmail and at our Twitter. We have many places you can leave us questions. You can ask us anything. If you want us to cover any type of themes, let us know.
Chiefandthemachine at gmail.com or /CNMPodcast on most other things like Facebook.
Use the hashtag on Twitter to draw our attention to your questions, please.
So here's some of the podcast stuff we're going to be going over today. We talked about Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're going to be talking about Mad Men. We're going to be talking about juicing.
Walking Dead.
We're going to be talking about Walking Dead, podcast problems, Hulu, Rocket Jump, games coming out, Darkest Dungeon update, flea market stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little segment on that.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about YouTube channel highlight of the week. These are new segments. Emails, tweets, questions, and segment. Question segment. Well, hopefully we're going to have a few of those at the end. If not, over the next few weeks, we'll be getting that segment together.
Yes.
We got the rodeo coming up. Jerry Seinfeld just came through San Antonio. Other podcasts that we're listening to. And a new segment I want to call Mac and Steam. It's like mac and cheese, but it's Steam
Delicious.
For Mac.
Oh,
because I'm a Mac exclusive person at this point. I don't have a PC. I mean, I have the PC, but it's like 2006. It's not going to play anything. It's just there to do certain things.
And I'm strictly PC because I cannot navigate a Mac worth anything. If my life depended on me, say a guy had a gun to my head and he told me to open up a thumb drive. Like, if I stuck a USB to inside of the machine of a Mac, I couldn't open it. I couldn't know. I don't know where it is to open the damn tab. I don't. Yeah. I don't know nothing about Mac. Mac is so not PC. So if you're, it's and
so
you know
not
what?
PC, bro.
I'm so old to the point, and I'm sure I can learn. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not old enough to learn, but I'm so set in my PC ways. I don't know how to do that conversion. Like, it'd be learning computer completely over from, like, when you're born. You know, like, it's just a different...
And here's the thing. I don't know PC now because when I dropped off was around 2006. Like, my last PC.
That was a long time ago, all right?
I didn't buy another one. I went to Mac. And I stayed on Mac for the next 10 years,
and
basically.
PC's changed a lot in that time.
Yeah, I don't know Windows 10. I don't know 8.
Windows 10? Oh.
So I'm Mac exclusive at this point, and Steam, playing games on Steam on the Mac is difficult. So I want to kind of have a segment on that.
Sure.
But where do you want to start, man? What are you feeling like? You were talking about the TMNT 2 trailer.
Guys.
You just watched it again. We watched it together just now.
Guys. We did. We were in the kitchen, and I pulled up a 2-minute and 10-second movie trailer for the TMNT 2, and it had, at the time I watched it, when we watched it, it was at 18 million and change views.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it just came out, man. So
no, it came out like a few weeks ago, didn't it?
But it to generate.
Yeah, that's
18
a lot of views.
million. That's a lot of views, man. So there's a lot of hype for this.
Some of these get like over 100, like some of that Joker release and stuff.
It's insane.
I think that was over 100, but some get over like 100 million views.
Oh, that's insane. And this trailer just came out.
Right.
So we both watched it in the kitchen, and we both had different opinions on it. And me, for the most part, I didn't like the first. I liked the first movie, not because of nostalgia reasons or because they came out with a new TMNT movie. I liked it solely because it was an awesome action movie. It had great... I'm not going to deny that movie anything about the act. It had great action. I mean, it kept me enthralled watching it. The story was just god-awful, and I didn't like the way they manhandled some of the characters, April, and just how they went different ways with the story. Whatever. So that way, when I watch part 2, at least they're trying to go back to the 88 series with Krang, Rocksteady, Bebop. We saw that in the trailer. We saw them actually turn into these mutant things. I mean, they were grossly huge. You know, you could totally tell they're CGI, obviously. And I mean, I don't see them going any other way other than CGI for that.
But they looked so fluid. It's crazy what they can do.
No. Without a doubt, they look gorgeous.
What they can do. And, I think that speaking to the first one, I did enjoy it. I just watched it recently again. The first time I watched it in theater, the power went out.
Oh.
Right when they were on top of the tower at the end. No,
really?
Spoilers. And he was going to jump, and he was like jumping to kick Shredder. And the power goes out because there was weather. It was like crazy weather stuff, and it cut out. And we waited 10, 15 minutes. It didn't come back on. They go, we're going to give you all a rain check card.
It didn't come back on? Because usually it comes back on, and you can still get that rain check for that inconvenience.
And so that kind of sucked. But I did get to see it again, of course, and I just watched it recently, and it was good. And I'd probably give it a 75 or an 80.
It's like I said, it's not a bad action movie
compared to my expectations and everything. It is a little different. There were some parts that I really enjoyed, and parts that I was like, well, this is a little far fetched, or they're stretching the truth of the original a little too much. Or just leaving, some stuff they could have left original that they didn't. It was kind of weird. But they're making their own thing, whatever. Bay's doing his thing.
Yeah, it's a new
this
story.
next one looks great, though. This trailer looks so hype. I mean, the song they use. And
so was the first TMNT. The first TMNT trailer was... I mean, it was...
The reveal of the turtle face.
It was explosions every 2 seconds. I'm like, whoa! And this one, too, it was crazy hyped, but... When they brought out Krang, man, I love that.
And that was in that other trailer, because it wasn't in that one, was it?
That one that we saw wasn't. I saw other ones where they had Krang and the Technodrome was up in the sky, and I'm like, damn, they're going balls out on this movie, man. They're really bringing back the nostalgia factor, man, by bringing in a lot of the 80s storyline. So it'll be interesting to see how they bring in Krang and all that, because in part 1, I mean, they really didn't have it. They really didn't have it go that route where they were going to show Shredder or anything like that. But seeing Tyler Perry as Baxter Stockman, that was really cool. Nuts. That was really awesome. So I can't wait for this movie to come out, simply just to see the new adaptations with the new characters from the old series. Let's see how this turns out. I'm going to give it a chance.
Bebop and Rocksteady look awesome.
Dude, they were manhandling cars.
His voice, I get Bebop and Rocksteady
the one
confused,
guy,
but whatever's the Mohawk. He's the Mohawk, purple Mohawk.
Damn it.
Bebop? Because Rocksteady's the Rhino.
Right, and Bebop.
Okay, so Bebop Bebop's the Rhino.
No, Bebop is the Warthog.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Rocksteady's the Rhino.
Yeah.
And but they're played by that. I think it's a UFC fighter or a wrestler.
Fit perfect.
Do you remember who? I can't remember.
But it sounded great, and the whole trailer, it was pretty badass. The song they used was awesome. I'm pretty excited. I'm more excited for it than the original. And the original had that whole the story, it's come out. This is the first time in years they've redone it, and so we're past that hype. Now I'm ready for kind of a
most definitely
a cool story. And
aside from all the other movies that are coming out, I'm really excited for TMNT. And TMNT 2 is literally swamped by the behemoth movies coming out this year. Batman versus Superman. You got the Suicide Squad. I mean, you've got the Justice League.
Oh, there's so much coming out.
The Marvel Civil War. Tons. I just hope it doesn't get dwarfed and buried amongst all those juggernauts that they have to go up against. It sucks.
Well, maybe we'll go see it together when it comes out, man.
Yeah, definitely. Cool, I'm really excited to see it come out. And I don't know when it comes out, but we'll go check it out.
Shauna didn't go to the first one. She was like, I'm kind of interested. She was a little, she was kind of in the era. It just was, she wasn't she's a girl. She wasn't into Turtles. But she did watch it recently, and she liked it too.
Yeah, for the action.
It was good.
Part of it. Yeah, it was good.